American Multi-Ethnic Commission, 15th Annual AMEC Congressional Global Champions Gala 2026.
Igniting passion, equipping change, the American Multi-Ethnic Commission invites you to national center stage.
Prepare for America's largest multi-ethnic festival. Experience mesmerizing entertainment, a hero's red carpet, and an evening of limitless cultural brilliance.
Mark your calendars for Saturday, July 25th, 2026, starting at 3:30 p.m.
Join us at the Yellow Box, 1635 Emerson Lane, Naperville, Illinois, as we come together to empower 33 ethnic communities of America.
Connect, collaborate, conquer. Reserve your complimentary seat now. Scan the QR code or email us today. See you there.
Hello and welcome to Dr. VGP Talk Show. Hello and welcome to Dr. VGP's podcast, where vision, creativity, and purpose come together. To all our 42 million viewers, including 38 million across India and 2.4 million in America, we have with us a very distinguished guest, Iron Lady of Calcutta, West Bengal. Please meet Dr. Agnimitra Paul, the Hon'ble Minister for Urban Development in the state of West Bengal. You have such an enlightening journey from being a fashion designer for 23 years, an entrepreneur and a social advocate. And now she's a prominent political leader. Recently, she was one of the women leaders responsible for the Bharatiya Janata Party's sweeping victory across the state of Bengal, making history for the first time in the history of the state.
Thank you.
Madam, you represent a new generation of women leaders redefining public service in India. So we flew all the way from Chicago to come to your city of joy to get a glimpse. Everybody on the globe are so interesting and curious to learn more about the Agnimitra Paul. You were famous as a fashion designer, now entering the political arena. So tell us how you gave up your successful career of 23 years as a fashion designer. What motivated you to enter politics?
First of all, I want to say namaskar to all your viewers in USA, around the world, and in Bharat, in Bengal. And thank you for having me here. You know, I'm so privileged to be part of this podcast. See, actually, first of all, also let me tell you, I'm not a doctor.
I know.
You address me as doctor, so I'm not a doctor.
Because the way your accomplishments and the little interaction, Globe Sync, the School of Business will give you an honorary doctorate by the time we are done. Vikram Dasgupta ji and his intelligent son Rahul Dasgupta.
I would love to become a doctor, a PhD doctor, but I always dreamt of being a doctor. My father is a doctor. He is 80 plus. He is a pediatrician. I come from a very small town called Asansol, which is around 4 hours from Calcutta. And that time, you know, during our school days, I think in Bharat, in India and in Bengal, it was like the only profession which was looked up to was being a doctor, an engineer and a chartered accountant. And there was nothing else other than it. You know, from childhood, I wanted to become a doctor and I didn't, you know, my name was in the waiting list and I couldn't become one. It was such a thing that everything has fallen apart. The world has fallen apart. So first I want to tell all my juniors, the next generation of India or US or around the globe, that nothing is end of life. Standing at this point, I couldn't become a doctor. My dreams were shattered. I collected myself. I did my graduation, then my higher education, suddenly became a fashion designer. No plans of becoming a designer. Then suddenly it was destiny. I became a fashion designer and started designing for Bollywood. You know Bollywood?
Yes, of course.
Tollywood.
Yes.
For the general public. I did a lot of shows for a social cause, whether it was for the acid burned victims of domestic violence. I traveled to Bangladesh, and there I had shows where my clothes were auctioned, and my showstoppers were not movie stars or cricketers. My showstoppers were these victims whose faces were disfigured, but they were my showstoppers. I did shows with trafficked girls, and they were my showstoppers. I did shows with visually challenged children. We raised funds, and they were my showstoppers. So
very interesting.
I became a designer, and I also designed for Secretary of State that time, Mrs. Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
She had come to Calcutta. I had a chance to meet her in a public gathering, and I had gifted her a stole.
Oh, great.
A kantha stole, which was stitched by the very, very talented artisans and weavers of Shantiniketan, the land of Tagore.
Yes.
And I had forgotten about it, and after 6 months I got a letter signed by her that thank you, Agnimitra. That I still treasure that.
Fantastic.
So it was a very, very turbulent journey. And then our Honorable Prime Minister, the then Chief Minister of Gujarat,
yes,
I got attracted to the way he was working, his personality, the way he spoke, the way he was working for the state. And then in 2014, he became our Prime Minister. And I became a member of the party, a primary member of BJP party. There, the system was you dial a number and you become a member.
Right. Which year was that?
2014, when he became the Prime Minister.
Okay.
And 2014, I was a designer, and I was doing, I was into social work, these kind of shows I was organizing with the Tatas, the Tata, we all respect the company Tata. With them, I started a project with the government of West Bengal for the tiger widows, in Sundarban, the area, Sundarban.
Yes, very much.
Mangrove area.
Yes.
Over there's a huge dense forest of Sundarban.
Yes.
And extremely poor women, their husbands go to the jungles to get honey or for fishing. And when they go, they have to go for their living. They get eaten up or killed by the man-eater tigers. So their wives are called tiger widows. I started a project with the Tatas of teaching them stitching.
Wow.
So I used to go to Sundarban in a small island called Goshaba. So you take almost 5 hours to reach. You take the road, you take the boat, and then you reach there. We set up a workshop over there. We used to teach them, making simple things, blouses, pajamas, petticoats, and they used to sell that in the local market. So there were a lot of things, but I felt that, it is not about just changing a profession. It is about broadening your, vision. And my vision was always to do something for the society. I launched my designing label in 1997.
Nearly 30 years ago.
Yes, and I joined the BJP party in 2019. So from 97 to 19, the first few years, first half of those years, I was into fashion shows, Fashion Week, Lakme Fashion Week, and movie premieres. I used to design for movies also. But the second half of my career was more towards giving back to the society. And this was destiny, that I got this platform. I was telling you, before we started the show, that everybody is talented. God Almighty has created us in that way. Everybody has plus and minus in you.
Absolutely.
But you need to get that opportunity to elevate yourself with the positives, and the negatives can go to the side corner. So I think I'm fortunate enough to get that opportunity by the people of Bengal, by my seniors, by Honorable Prime Minister, because I always dreamt of working under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. That was my dream. My dream wasn't to get a post or a MLA or a MP or a Minister in Development and Municipal Affairs.
A very important portfolio.
Very, very important portfolio. But for me, that Honorable Prime Minister knows me by my name.
Wonderful.
He follows me on Twitter.
Wow.
That is more than anything I could ask for.
See, your Tiger Widows project and all your social transformation in the fashion industry reflects your courage, conviction, and commitment to empowering women and transforming communities, which is a very rare phenomenon you see with women of your caliber. Now, could you tell us and our viewers who and what you will credit for the BJP's sweeping victory in the recent election in the state of West Bengal?
See, first I want to definitely give this honor to the people of Bengal.
Very well said.
Yeah. First, the people of Bengal, because people of Bengal are very, very resilient, and they can absorb a lot of things. They take a little time to make a decision. First, the left government was there for 34 years. There was so much of torture, no development. The left front government had stopped computer. Can you imagine? They stopped computer, computer study. English was banned from being taught in school, and their children were sent abroad.
The ministers and the politicians.
The 34 years people of Bengal took to take a decision that we need to change this government. Then TMC government came, Mamata Banerjee's government in 2011, and atrocity, corruption, it went, women atrocity, audacity. We treasure our heritage, our culture. We have Kavi Guru Rabindranath Tagore. We have Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, we have Vibhuti Bhushan, we have Sharad Chandra, we have endless. In that Bengal, we see a government, the way they are talking, the way they are insulting, the way they are carrying themselves was something which people of Bengal couldn't take it anymore. They took 15 years to decide. So it is all because of the people of Bengal. And definitely, for Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Narendra Modi ji's vision of Vikasit Bharat, developed Bharat by 2047. And Vikasit Bharat is not possible without Vikasit Bengal. The vision of his Narendra Modi ji of a very strong India, of a sustainable India with digital development, industrial development, sustainable development, and you are accountable to the public. Previously, there was no accountability. Once BJP government came to power in the center, people understood that yes, a government is being formed by us. It is by the people, of the people, for the people. How can it not be accountable? So this accountability and this, delivering it, target-oriented delivery system was something which
phenomenal.
The people of Bengal wanted a change. That always, these hartals and, band that we have. I will not allow you to work, and, factories will be stopped and strikes and band, and enough of it. We want development, we want house, we want jobs, we want roads, infrastructure, we want security. So that is also very, very important thing, because of Narendra Modi ji's vision, and of course the organization.
Correct.
BJP party as an organization which was set up by our dynamic Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah ji.
Correct.
Under his leadership, we all worked. Our today's Chief Minister, then Leader of Opposition, our party President, Mr. Shomik Bhattacharya, and every karyakarta, every worker, who was tortured for the last 50 years, burnt alive, raped, molested, murdered,
wow.
And social boycott, which last government started, was, of course, you will be pressurized, you will be given cases by the police administration. But what was very important was this social boycott. If you are part of BJP, you will be not be able to work in any company. You will be kind of made to resign or banned. You will not be able to fetch water from the village water system, from the village tap.
Well.
No doctor will go to your house if somebody is sick.
You
will not be able to go to the temple. You will ask not to visit the temple. You will not be allowed. If somebody dies, you will not be allowed to go to the crematorium. This social boycott was started by Mamata Banerjee, TMC party.
Okay.
So, but after all, it's the people of Bengal.
Ma'am, very interesting what you said. I just like to recall, I took a Uber from the airport coming to my hotel, and the driver happened to be a Muslim driver. So I just had a conversation, and I asked, who did you vote for? He said, I voted for TMC. I said, how is the new government doing? He said, they're doing very well. And he was showing me, I said, what would you describe the TMC? That was Gundu Raj. Gunda Raj, he said. And then he told me all these shanties along what you see. This is all what TMC illegal have constructed, and they all have to be demolished. And he was giving credit to the new BJP government led by Mr. Adhikari ji and yourself to say that, and I asked you, he was saying the terms of illegals. In America, coming from, we're very used to illegal immigrants, and our President Trump is doing initiatives. But first time in India, I heard the word illegals. And he said, sir, there's a lot of illegal people, in his broken English, who are here from Bangladesh. And already most of them, thanks to the new government, have gone back. I said, how do you feel? Then I said, are you comfortable and secure as a Muslim in this BJP government? He said, absolutely. They have nothing. And he said, there are Muslims in UP, there are Muslims in Bihar, and everybody are comfortable under the BJP rule. So I'm thinking what you said resonates with already resonated. You're what, 30 days, 25 days in power?
Just a little bit more than a month.
Just a month. And that's the grassroots level, which was very incredibly said to what you said. And I know now why the Prime Minister and the Honorable Home Minister selected you, because you will be the face of the new Bengal, and the rising star, which you from your experience are able to express yourself, and you would be global people, and the diaspora would love to have you there to put the new Bengal on the global map.
No, I mean, I want to thank the entire, the invitation that you gave me today.
Yes.
Of visiting USA. I feel so privileged, But we are extremely interested, excited, motivated to bring a change,
Exactly.
Under the leadership of our very dynamic Chief Minister Shubhendu Adhikari. 50 years we have gone back, and all little, I will not say states, but cities have gone ahead of us, leave alone states. So there's a lot of work to do, and we are very fortunate to have such a dynamic Chief Minister who is leading the entire team.
So in your words, ma'am, how will you describe the Bharatiya Janata Party? From you, we are hearing a different dimension specific to our global audience. I would like you to describe.
See, Bharatiya Janata Party is a nationalist party, and it is always being taught from the very first day to all of us, to the workers, to we workers of Karyakartas of the party, that nation is first. First is nation, then is party, and then yourself. You are at last.
Well said. Yes.
So every decision which a BJP takes, which no government, had the courage to take, whether it is triple talaq for the Muslim women, Muslim men, they say talaq, 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 and you are divorced. And the Muslim lady is on the road with her children. So Honorable Prime Minister got this stopped, and triple talaq has been stopped. Kashmir, the Article 370 which was there,
Yes.
that Kashmir will be treated as a different entity altogether, for which our party founder, Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee,
Yes.
was, I will not say died, but was killed when he had gone to visit Kashmir. And because of Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, we have got Bengal. When India was partitioned,
Very well said.
when Muslim League said that Muslims will go to Pakistan and East Pakistan, which is today's Bangladesh, West Bengal was also supposed to be going to Bangladesh. But it was because of Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee that the first convention was took place in Tarokeshwar, in West Bengal, and where Honorable Prime Minister came a few days back, to celebrate that, Paschim Bongo Dibosh, which is the day we are celebrating. If it was for Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, today we would have been, probably in Bangladesh and burnt alive like Jhuntu Dash and other women, Hindu women who are being raped, murdered, killed in Bangladesh. So all these years, the previous government tried to erase out Dr. Shyama Prasad Mukherjee's name from the pages of history book. But today BJP is such, it is not only about the nation, it is about empowering everybody.
Beautiful.
And especially the women. I, being a woman, I'm so indebted and so grateful to Honorable Prime Minister for bringing in the Women Reservation Bill. If you don't have women representation in the government, how will you speak for your community? How will you speak that women needs education, women need job, women need healthcare, women need security? So 33% reservation has been given by BJP government. So BJP is good governance, sustainable and modern technology coming with, giving to states, giving to the people, jobs, development, sustainable development. This is BJP.
Friends, you just listened to Agnimitra Paul, the Minister for Urban Development, State of West Bengal. Your inspiring, bold ideas, your strategic thinking and your transformative social activism has been seen by your fashion career, and now as the Minister for Urban Development is the reason why you are being named as the Global Woman of Impact for the year 2026. And this honor and award will be given to you at the American Multi-Ethnic Commission's 15th Annual Congressional Global Champions Gala.
Thank you.
And now it just articulates what the awards jury have learnt about you, and you have said it so well. And we know Bengal is in great hands, and you're going to transform and be a change maker. We come back 2 years later, West Bengal will be a different Bengal. And you've got a very important portfolio as urban development. And urban development today is shaping India's economic growth. Now, what is your vision for transforming West Bengal cities into modern, sustainable, and globally competitive urban centers?
See, in my department, I think one of the main things which we are looking at is solid waste management.
Excellent.
All these years, there was no concrete plan of solid waste management. We had seen pollution happening everywhere in the hills, in Darjeeling, in the river Ganga, and of course in the plain land. So, making a concrete plan on waste management, I will not say only solid waste management, waste disposal, that is, a top priority. Again, pollution, setting up industries, but at the same time, looking at the pollution subject also, because there is a lot of pollution in Bengal. There was total corruption for the last few years. Buildings have been sanctioned without any building plan. Yesterday, I couldn't come to your program because there was a disaster in Calcutta city where a huge warehouse just came down,
Collapsed.
three floors, and almost 25 people we rescued, in which
Fantastic.
6 people expired and others were rescued. Even now, there are a number of people trapped inside, but I'm doubtful whether they are alive. So stopping this, this kind of illegal buildings which is coming up, my department knows that it is a priority to preserve water bodies. In the last few years, these water bodies, which is so essential for the ecosystem, has been completely dried up, given to promoters for, to make buildings and shopping malls, and the eco balance of our state has completely become disbalanced. So that is again, a priority. And of course, creating jobs and security for the basic, the citizens who are living in urban areas. There is a huge population who doesn't have houses till now, who doesn't have access to toilets. So from the central government, we are whoever has land, we are making houses for them. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, we say, PMAYU urban. We are making toilets to everybody, in urban areas who has a house or living in a mud house but doesn't have access to toilets. So we are building toilets.
Affordable housing.
Roads, infrastructure, that this is something very, very important, because our Chief Minister, our government is extremely open to industrialization. And that without proper logistics, all these 15 years, the reputation of the government had been spoiled completely. After the Tata company was thrown away from Bengal in 2008, no industry came to Bengal.
No development, correct.
So we have a lot of challenge in hand, and definitely my department has a lot of work to do.
You just heard Minister Agnimitra Paul outline her 5 priorities in her Department of Urban Development. She has rated 1 is solid waste management, very important for a clean, sustainable city. 2nd is the pollution control, and she would like to make it a pollution-free, clean air environment. 3rd is the water bodies, which is so important in urban planning. And the 4th is affordable housing. As you know, that Calcutta is known to be one of the crowded cities with lack of affordable housing facilities. And the 5th is roads and highways.
And 6th is, I feel, is very important. We should, this is 6th point, but it will come on the 2nd point, that accessible water to every household. We have this scheme from the central government called Amrut. Honorable Prime Minister ensures that every household gets proper drinking water through a tap in your own house.
You see, one of the things we heard yesterday while we were in Kolkata, your city, the moments of the accident happening where the warehouse collapsed in Kolkata, you rushed to the spot.
Yeah.
You didn't wait for media, you went. And that's what they said, the Iron Lady is here. And your emotional personality overtook you. You were personally saw, basically you may be very tough and exterior in discussion in your day-to-day operations and how you sort out the problems of the state. But your emotions overtook you, and you were standing there to see that every last human being can be rescued. I was told you were there till late hours in the night, personally supervising the arrangements. And that tells us that we have a person whose action speaks much louder than words. And we are so proud of you going there and taking care of it. And no wonder you got the protoname as Iron Lady of West Bengal. Having said this, now West Bengal is a reservoir of cultural heritage, literacy. And how would you see that being transformed, all the strengths of West Bengal, which are many, you know it better than anybody else, how will you make it as a center for global collaboration? And what is your views to make West Bengal state, apart from your urban development, how do you see it as being a magnet to attract global collaboration, global investment? Your views on that?
See, the approach of the government is very, very important. And in our budget also, which our Honorable Chief Minister placed through our Finance Minister, Mr. Shrapan Dasgupta, we made it very clear that we are very open to industrialization. We are very open to companies coming from India, other part of the state, and also from abroad. We have extended all our support, from the government, and the easy window policy, the one window policy, that you don't need to spend time getting licenses.
Absolutely.
From this department, that department. It is one window, and over there you go and you get, everything will be done by the government. So first of all, I feel that if there is a will, there is a way. So this government has the will, and other things I'm sure will fall into place. We have a lot of inquiries coming, lot of people coming from abroad, from other parts of India. And we definitely want, also other than industries coming, we also want a research and development center coming up.
Very, very well said.
And because, we are the hub, we were the hub of education.
Literacy,
and
Shanti
literacy and culture. All these 50 years, everything was spoiled and gone into drains. But we again want that, that thing should come back. Kavi Guru Rabindranath Tagore, Shanti Niketan, such wonderful universities. Everything should again fall into place. Gokhaleji said that what Bengal thinks today, India thinks tomorrow.
You just heard the Iron Lady of West Bengal, Agnimitra Paul, saying her efforts to make West Bengal as the leading gateway, economic gateway for South and Southeast Asia, and the academic capital of India.
Yes, academic as well as economic.
Economic.
Yes.
And those twin objectives is what she would like to push in the next 5 years as her thrust. And I think urban development is a very key, is the nucleus to have great, clean, sustainable cities which can attract the best of the best.
Yes, we have plans of making smart cities. So in our budget, 4 smart cities will be done in this budget section allocation. 5 new Himalayan hill cities will be developed.
Tourism.
Yes, along with Darjeeling, Kalimpong, Kurseong, Mirik and Siliguri. There'll be we are looking at a ring road, which will, Calcutta is so congested and a lot of population here. So we are looking at a ring road. We are looking at aerial metro, overhead metro connecting Durgapur and Asansol, and also in Siliguri. So a lot of things, lot of plans we are having.
See, talking about that, women like you today are breaking barriers across every sector. What policy initiatives and social reforms are most critical to ensuring greater economic independence, safety, and leadership opportunities? You talked about opportunities earlier on for women. Could you share that with our viewers? Because you're in a driver's seat today.
See, first I feel is education.
Excellent.
Education is, if you have education, you can do wonders.
Yes.
When we get married, our parents give us gold. Our parents give us furniture, property. But I tell, the guardians also, the parents of children that, first, and the only thing I think you should give to your daughter or son, that is education. Once you give good education, you don't need to think of anything else. So I think access to good education is very, very important, and especially for women.
Yes.
For the past 15 years, we have seen the last government gave bicycles, so that children could go to school. But we saw, and we raised these questions inside the assembly, that if you are giving bicycles, then why is Bengal highest in school dropout percentage? Girls are dropping out from schools. The highest number of girls getting married during adolescence, underage. Highest number of girls getting pregnant, underage. Highest number of girls being trafficked.
Oh my God.
Yes. If you are giving schools, if you are giving bicycles and you are saying that schools are there, then why isn't the girls going to schools and getting the education? Because once you get the education, then you will not run away.
It'll open new frontiers of opportunities.
And there are other things happening, So I feel these points need to be addressed, and which is being addressed by today's government. So first is education, security, access to good health care. Last government couldn't give much health care to the poor. if you, you see young girls getting pregnant,
Yes.
and the nutritious food that you should get, that you don't have access to that kind of food. You don't have access to the vaccines. You don't have access to the child which is born to take care of that child. So these things again is very, very important, and there are hundreds of schemes by the central government, but was not allowed by the previous government to enter West Bengal, to be implemented in West Bengal. So I think again, good healthcare is very, very important. Security. Previous years we have seen women getting raped, murdered, but when you went to a police station, you said that my daughter was raped or molested or killed. The police wouldn't take a FIR, the first information report. And if you belong to the ruler's party, that is TMC, it was all the more, you would be asked to either shut your mouth or do a mutual. So can you imagine that your daughter is raped or your wife is raped and you are being asked to do a mutual with the rapist?
Correct.
Today, we in our manifesto, our government has said that every police station will have a help desk. Every subdivision will have a women police station. CCTV cameras will be covered in every nook and corner of West Bengal. And we are developing an app where when not only a woman, an elderly person might be in trouble. So from my department, we developed an app called Swachha. Wherever you see garbage, you take a picture, you download the Swachha app, you take a picture and you submit it. And within 2 hours, the person will come and clean it.
Fantastic.
So this is done with geofencing. So now we are doing the same thing with the security thing. Whenever you are in trouble, not only a woman, you submit that, you give a SOS, and immediately the nearest Thana will come to you to save you.
Great. Ma'am, you just now raised some very serious challenges. Access to education, access to healthcare, when you're talking about women's security and women empowerment, very well said. And we commend you on the app you have launched, Swatch, to make clean, sustainable cities. What is your take on the RJ car incident, which sparked global interest? And what
it shook my state, it shook my country. That
the whole world, literally.
Yes, and that women were tortured every day. We saw women from a 6-month baby to a 80-year-old woman were being tortured. There were atrocities. But a doctor, 35 years of age, on duty in a very, very reputed hospital, government hospital, and very crowded. The 5-6 hospitals we have in Calcutta, extremely crowded. In that hospital, she's on night duty and she's being raped and killed, murdered. And in such a horrendous way where, she was bleeding from her eyes, she was bleeding from her mouth, her shoulder girdle was broken, her pelvic girdle was broken, and the crime scene was completely destroyed by the then police. Nobody was, that time arrested, interrogated. The body was cremated. Even 101 times we requested the administration and the government that after 6 p.m. you can't do a postmortem on a body after 6 p.m. But the postmortem was done. We asked for a second opinion from another hospital. That wasn't done. And then she was hurriedly cremated. So we are happy, we are grateful to our Honorable Chief Minister that all these cases are being reopened.
Oh, fantastic.
Yes, all will be reopened, and we are very happy, we are very fortunate and grateful to Honorable Prime Minister for giving a ticket to Arjikor victim's mother. She is our colleague. She is now an MLA from Assembly Panihati, and we are sure that these kind of all cases will be reopened and justice will be served.
Fantastic. We just heard Agnimitra Paul saying that her government, BJP government under Chief Minister Adhikari, will be opening eyes of transparency and not only opportunity to make sure incidents like this never again happen in the West Bengal history.
In 2021, when we lost, we thought we would be forming the government 5 years back. We lost that time, and the kind of atrocity, the post-poll violence started in 2021. Hundreds of women were raped, murdered, their houses were burnt, and people fled to other states. Those cases were all closed. Nobody took an FIR. But now under Honorable Chief Minister, all those cases are being reopened. So through your podcast, I want to, inform all my sisters, wherever you all are in Bengal. People who are in USA also must be knowing some victim,
Yes.
who are in. Please do tell them that they should come forward. That time they didn't come forward. That time they came forward. They had asked for an FIR. Police didn't do an FIR. But now, please come forward and do an FIR, and we are going to give justice. Our government is going to give justice.
Fantastic. Ma'am, on closing, our viewers would like to know a little more personally about you. I'll have a few questions before we close this most enlightening session with the Iron Lady of West Bengal. You have so much to share, so much. Action speaks louder than word. 3 people you'd like to take out from dinner from the past to the present who will be your role models or mentors. Could you name them for our viewers to understand your psychology behind? I know you're an emotional person inside, a tough person outside, a no-nonsense leader.
I think first will be Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose.
Fantastic.
Because he is the first Prime Minister of our country.
Fantastic.
Not declared, but not on pen and paper, but our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji said that he actually was the first Prime Minister, and the way he led, his force to independence of India. So I think definitely he's my role model, and for millions of Bengalis and Bharatiyas all over the world. Second would be Lady Diana.
Princess Lady Diana.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic.
I was an avid follower of all her interviews and the way she carried herself. I don't know. I can't think of another lady who carried herself so gracefully.
Correct.
And the way she worked for the orphan children, for the children of Africa, for the wars, where there was war, the countries, the children over there in these war-torn countries, and for the society, the way, and she got the brunt from the royal family,
Yes.
from the other people, but she never stopped. So this is one lady, I completely admire, adore, and worship. And the third would be Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, for whom, I am into politics.
Yeah. Okay. You just heard Minister Agnimitra Paul. Her 3 heroes. One is Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, who she refers as the first Prime Minister of India. Second, Princess Diana, who we all know well. And third, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. Ma'am, in 3 words or 3 adjectives, could you describe your incredible self?
I think determined.
Very good.
Dedicated. And you dare not.
Dare not. She just described as a determined, dedicated, and dare not, dynamic. And that's what Agnimitra Paul is. Now for the last minute, we'll have a rapid fire session. I'll give you 5 names. Whatever the first thought you strikes about them to tell our viewers. Mother Teresa.
Service to the people.
President Donald Trump.
Dynamic.
Princess Diana.
Beauty, grace, and service to the people of the world.
Great. Gabriel Coco Chano.
The first and last word of fashion.
Wow, so well said. Swami Vivekananda.
Your life's direction.
Fantastic. Ma'am, closing, we'd like you to give your closing message to our viewers. What we'd like to tell them. It's all yours.
First of all, thank you so much for having me here. And again, I spoke about the opportunity that everybody should get. And today I got the opportunity. to sit in this podcast and reach out to you all. I just want to reach out to all the people in the world that this is a new Bengal, and we want all of you all to come to Bengal and be part of this journey. That we are dreaming of rediscovering Bengal, the Bengal that was there during Dr. Shama Prasad Mukherjee when all industries flourished. That Bengal where education, literature flourished during Kavi Guru Rabindranath Tagore, and the list is endless. And that Bengal where Sister Nivedita and other, so many people are there, who served Bengal, people in Bengal to make a beautiful state. So we want all of you all to come to Bengal and be part of this journey.
Great. Ma'am, and a closing question to you. Rabindranath Tagore, in one of his famous poem, Gitanjali, which was in our class 11, I remember we had to by heart it, part of our English textbook. The opening line says, "Where the mind is without fear and the head is held high." How does that vision inspire your work in public life and your hopes for the future of New Bengal?
See, Kavi Guru Rabindranath Tagore, these lines, what he wrote, where the mind is without fear and the head is held high, is always there in every Bengali's mind. Bengali doesn't mean only Bengali, but I mean every person who stays in Bengal. And I think it was always there with us because for the last so many years, people from my party, the normal people, they were tortured, but still they fought. They were given cases, drugs case, arms case. Even I have a murder case, on me by the previous government. Wow. I have an arms case.
It's all false cases.
All false cases.
Yeah.
I have 23 cases. And there are workers, of our party who has 100 cases. So even after that, they fought. So I think it's always there. Kavi Guru's words are always there that ekla cholo re, jodi tor dak shune keu na ashe, tabe ekla cholo re. And where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. We always wanted to see this Bengal. This not about, a Bengal where BJP is in power, but a Bengal where everybody can speak. There is, our India is independent, but probably Bengal got independence on 4th of May 2026. So we always dreamed of this Bengal. It is not about which party is in governments, but people of Bengal need to think and feel and, be independent. Nobody can, no power can actually stop or terrorize or, you should be allowed to lead your life the way you want to. So I think it's always Kavi Guru's words are there for every citizen of Bengal.
You just heard the Iron Lady of West Bengal telling us how her inspiration, Rabindranath Tagore's words, will come into action in the new Bengal. As she said, May 4th, 2026 is the new Independence Day of the free new West Bengal. Yes. We thank you, Minister Agnimitra Paul, for sharing your insights and vision for our global audience. And we wish you to continue to dream boldly and to lead courageously and serve with purpose.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Signing off, this is Dr. VGP connecting America to India and the world, one conversation at a time. Thank you.
Huge thanks to everyone who tunes in to Dr. VGP's podcast. We've received the YouTube Silver Play button for reaching 100,000 subscribers and counting. We sincerely thank you for being part of this wonderful journey with us.
Click on the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to notify you with all our future podcast contents. Thank you again.
Dear viewers, elevate your business to new heights and reach 35 million potential customers with Global Eye Digital. Contact us today at globaleyedigital@gmail.com or info@globaleyedigital.com. Let's take your business global.
Welcome to the future of medical science. At Soft Landing Labs, we go beyond the basics of drug confirmation and quantification. Using advanced LC-MS/MS technology and our own proprietary software, we deliver accurate, fast, and meaningful results. We're the only lab offering color-coded reports and a web platform with medication tracking and drug trail interpretation. Our personable professionals, ethical practices, and 24-hour stat testing mean you're never left waiting. From doctor shopping alerts to provider video support, we've thought of everything to help you stay compliant and informed. Soft Landing Labs. Accuracy, innovation, care. Soft Landing Labs, your trusted partner for drug-free communities.
Fusion Systems and Services, a powerhouse in innovation, delivering transformative technology solutions. With our groundbreaking cloud-ready product, ITIS, leading the industry as the ultimate RPA solution, trusted by top global enterprises. From mobile application testing to middleware automation, from big data integration to SAP automation, and even Salesforce automation, Fusion Systems is your strategic partner for success. No challenge is too big. No system is too complex. Empower your business with Fusion Systems. Visit us now at fusionsystems.inc.com and revolutionize your future.
MedStar Laboratory is one of the oldest and largest independent clinical laboratories in the state of Illinois. MedStar Laboratory is a minority-owned corporation that provides state-of-the-art clinical laboratory services since 1974. Currently at MedStar, we service over 800 medical facilities, including hospitals and assisted living facilities.
MedStar Laboratory's Toxicology Division, Soft Landing Labs, is a leader in drug testing and specializes in servicing behavioral health centers. We pride ourselves in diversity, where 33% of the ownership is women and 80% of the workforce is women. MedStar Laboratory prides itself in accuracy, proficiency, and dependable delivery of quality results by quality professionals.
We provide personalized service around the clock, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with professionalism at its best. Thanks to you, we are growing and offering a comprehensive range of diagnostic testing. MedStar Laboratory, your partner for progress and longevity.
At MedStar, we treat every specimen as if it was our own.